Yo, what's up guys? In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make this insane sniper effect on Alight Motion. So let's just get straight into it right here. So I'm just going to go through like my group. So at the very first thing I did, it's really like complicated, but the first thing I did was I got the normal clip and I just applied this on saturation, vibrance, saturation all the way down to negative 100% and vibrance to 1.87. Exposure gamma to negative 0.24, gamma to 0.955, and offset to negative 0.16. Brightness and contrast goes to negative 7, contrast goes to positive 7. And same thing on this side, and then I just grouped them because that's kind of like how I did my velocity. I just grouped them together so I don't have to, it's kind of complicated. But then now what you're going to do is you're going to want to add Chroma Key. So what I did is, Key, and I put it on the build. So I would drag it right onto here. As you can tell, then you're gonna add gradient map. These colors teal and blue. Then you're gonna add edge glow. The smoothing is 5 and the threshold is 0.70. And just copy these effects. I'm pretty sure those are the regular effects of that part. And the exposure gamma, put it to 0.05, the gamma to 1.035, and the offset to negative 0.04. Then saturation vibrance to the saturation to 41, and the vibrance stays at 1. Then you're gonna add sharpen. The strength is going to be 1.12. The radius is 1.7, I believe. Yeah, 1.7. Then you can add brightness and contrast. Brightness is negative 11%. And the contrast should be positive 36%. Then you're going to add rays. The length 0.68. The intensity 0.13. And the threshold 0. And the blend 0 too. Then you're going to add find edges of 1 and threshold is 0. So it just adds a little bit of a darker glow and it looks kind of nice. Now you're going to add zoom blur, strength of 0.13, and adaptive is turned on. This will just give it a nice little depth perception and it'll look really clean. Then you're going to add dark glow, diffusion of 0.250, and the threshold of 0.3. And then the color is going to be whatever that is, and just the rest is, actually that's all the basic. And then you're going to leave that group, and you're going to go into this group up here, which is pretty much the same thing, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same thing. So the only differences are, I'm going to hide everything real quick. You just go here. And you put the chroma key onto the tree right there. So you're just gonna put it on the tree. Then these are my threshold settings, and I did the exact same chroma key. I just put it on invert, I believe. I don't know, but just copy these chroma key settings, and yeah, and then did that. Fractal ridges, and then these settings are the exact same thing. And yeah, so it gives it a nice little perception. See, if you don't have that, it'll take away some of the depth that it has. And all the blending layers are all normal. So, yeah. And then then you group, all those together. And then, alright, so you're going to add a rectangle around the rectangle and make it fill this whole screen. Apply copy background. And you are going to add exposure gamma onto that, and that's going to be at 0.08. The gamma is 1 and the offset is 0. Saturation vibrance is going to be 12 and the vibrance is 1.0. And the Gaussian blur is at 0.150. And then the blending is at linear dodge. And then this is just this rounded rectangle with the star field applied. And I made it kind of not too apparent. Just copy these settings. And then I added screen with 60% opacity. And then those should be on top of this group that has everything I taught you before in. And then you're going to go and sorry guys, you're going to want to add this shake. So the build-up shake that you apply is going to be tiles in like 16 frames in, or like 16 frames from the end. You're going to put a keyframe and one at the very end where it goes to 1.245 with this graph and mirror applied. Motion blur right here on the exact same starting keyframe, it is at 1, and then it goes to 2.40 with no graph. Apply spin blur right here, just would have faded in nicely. You have it at 5, and then where the keyframe for the start of the build shake is, you put one for the end of the spin blur where it goes to 0 with no graph as well. Interpolation blur, you're going to want to put the strength right here. So I use this to center it just because it looked a little off to me, so I centered it well like that. And you're going to put a keyframe here around the same spot you did before, and then you're going to put it to negative 0.26 with this graph. The radius is 0.685 and the feather is 3 with Gaussian applied. Then you're going to add oscillate with an angle of 90, a frequency keyframe here, and then keep it at 2 Hz. And then as it progresses through the rest of the clip, put at 7.84 with this graph right there, and magnitude of 25 on this keyframe. Then at the end, it gets to 55 with this graph as well. And that's it for the build-up shake. You're going to apply it here. So you're just going to, after you make it, you're going to put the copy effects. And then you're going to go onto here and paste the effects on the skin glow mask. And then you're going to leave the project, and you should have a nice little sniper effect. I'm not going to teach you the impacts for the sake of this tutorial, but if you guys want it, the impact, I'll leave a preset down below if you guys ask for it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and learned something.